Alright, what's up everyone? It's your boy Noah Walker here with my Legacy video series, Accumulated Knowledge for Team Cardhoarder. And here we are about to run through for what is now our last video. I know, sad. For all you Legacy fans out there watching who actually come to, watch this, every week, every couple weeks, whenever I'm playing a deck that you like. Really appreciate it. Might be I'm not done with Team Cardhoarder or anything. We're still bros, but no one's making videos anymore for the moment. So this will be my last one, or I mean, I've one more next week, but this is my last Legacy video for now. And I wanted to try something sweet. I've been playing a bunch of tier decks, and I wouldn't say this deck is not a tier deck per se, but it's not a tier deck. So. But yeah, I just basically took a list from Channel Fireball, like one of Efro's articles about like the deck of the day, and I cut 2 of the unmasks for 2 collective brutalities, moved the unmasks to the board, and then chased some other stuff. But I'll go over the list a little bit before we jump into the games. We have 3 Badlands, 1 Bayou, 8 Black Fetches, 2 Swamps. You don't want that many lands because you have the 4 Petals and the 4 Dark Rituals as well, so 14 seems like a good number. Nothing costs more than 2, so not that you're hard casting, of course. So don't want to flood out too often. Have some deck manipulation when it comes to Faithless Looting. So 14 seems like a good number. I'm playing the Bayou obviously for the Cyborg Decays, but we got 4 Thoughtseize, 2 Unmasked, 2 Collective Brutality. That's the discard suite in the main deck. Collective Brutality seems really sick to me just because it's sort of like Unmask, except for although it's twice as expensive, it's still a removal spell, or it's still a discard spell, but it also doubles as a removal spell for something like Deathrite Shaman, and it also lets you set up by discarding Grizzlebrand or Sire of Insanity or like Tie Spout, anything. Helps you fill up your graveyard is a removal spell, is also a discard spell. It seemed like an easy inclusion to me. Hopefully, I don't get too punished for cutting the 2 unmasks main deck, but. So we also have 4 Lotus Petals, just to keep the mana theme going. 4 Dark Rituals, 4 Entomb, 4 Reanimate. Almost every single Reanimator deck you see is going to have 4 Entomb, 4 Reanimate. Those are, the basic cards. The combo of Swamp, Entomb, Lotus Petal, Reanimate will always be, very, very powerful. So you have 4 Animate Dead, 4 Exhume. I think that these cards are generally even more powerful than Reanimate because they don't make you pay so much life. Although, Reanimate cost half as much. That's why it makes you pay life, because that is an insane ability. But paying 2 for your guys generally is fine, and not having to pay any life means that you can draw more cards to Grizzlebrand. All in all, generally a pretty win-win situation when it comes to Exhume and Animate Dead. Then we got the 4 Faithless Looting, and the creature package is 4 Sire, 1 Type Spout Tyrant, 1 Iona, 4 Grizzlebrand. All pretty standard stuff. So yeah, let's move on to the board a little. We have the 3 Stronghold Gambits. I feel like that seems really good to me against Emrakul decks, because then it's essentially you can go faster than them, and you can put in your Grizzlebrand combo or your Sire of Insanity, kill them that way. Also seems good if you play against like I feel like old school Miracles was better against when they didn't play very many creatures, and like just one with like 3 Snapcaster Mages and like 2 the Make Angels thing, Entreat the Angels. But now that they have more creatures, I'm kind of hesitant to bring it in. It still could be good though. Then we got the extra unmask just for the control decks. Abrupt Decay, really for Miracles. It also kills Rest in Peace. Just a all around pretty solid card. Chancellor of the Annex is a really interesting card to me. I feel like this card is for like obviously for like control decks, it seems. But also, it seems like it could be good against Karakas decks. I'm actually kind of confused by the card Chancellor. Like, I just haven't played this deck enough, so I just, I don't really get it yet. But I don't know. It could be really powerful if your opponent is like, it just like stops your opponent from interacting early, basically. So like on the draw, I should probably just bring in some in most matchups, just because then they can't turn 1 cast spells really. So yeah. That seems good. Then we got 2 Fairy Macabre. That seems mostly for mirror type matchups. You could bring it against lands too. Doesn't seem like it does all that much against lands, except for maybe get a Karakas from their graveyard if they're trying to loam it. But other than that, it doesn't do all that much. And then Grave Titan and Elesh Norn. Elesh Norn for the creature decks, Grave Titan for the Karakas decks, just as another threat that you can get. But I mean, yeah, that's basically the deck. Let's run it through this league.